I made my very first goat milk soap several weeks ago, and the soap was finally cured, and we found that we really like homemade goat milk soap. When you're finished washing with it, you actually feel clean. You don't feel like you have a residue that you have to keep rinsing off. And it's not drying to the skin. I've used it for the shower, I use it in the sink, and we really like this goat milk soap. So today we're going to make some rosemary mint goat milk soap to add to our soap stores. So come along. Hey, I'm Barbara Sue from Kowalski Mountain. Welcome back to our channel. This is my fourth batch of soap, so I'm still going to consider myself a beginner soap maker. But today we're going to make rosemary mint goat milk soap. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start by measuring out the goat's milk. So I've got my scale, and this is just my regular kitchen scale, and I have it set on grams. I'm going to tear that out. So we've got an even 0. Now we need, let me look at my recipe, we need 331 grams of goat's milk. Now when you work with goat's milk, you have to freeze it. When you work with lye, lye is a chemical and it can cause burns, and it heats up when it's mixed with a liquid. And because goat's milk is milk, it can burn and scorch, and so we freeze it to help prevent the scorching of the milk as we're making this soap. So let's measure out 331 grams. Ooh, 327. I should have brought a knife out here. I didn't bring a knife. 334. Okay, we're right there. Now one of the cool things about soap making is it's all about science. It's not really like cooking where I can change things to suit my taste. There is some ability to do that, but this is science. I have to do it right so that my soap turns out right. Let me go put this in the freezer. Now the next thing that we're going to measure out is the lye. And so I've got this on my scale. We're going to tear this out. All right, I need 163 grams of lye. Whoops, whoops. Now when working with lye, lye is a dangerous chemical and it can cause burns. So we're going to wear our gloves and our safety goggles. Hey. Perfect. Now when working with the goat's milk, we need to keep this cool. So I have an ice bath right here, just a bowl of ice, and I've got my bowl in here. Now I'm also using a stainless steel bowl when I make my soap. Now we're going to add the lye to the goat's milk in little bits. So we're just going to sprinkle some in and start stirring. Now right now it doesn't stir very easy, but that lye is starting to react with the goat's milk and it's starting to melt it. Okay, we're going to add some more. Now you can see that that goat's milk is melting. That's the chemical reaction that we expect to happen. Now we're going to stir this quite a bit longer than we might think necessary, because when we're working with milk, we can't tell if the lye is completely dissolved because we can't see through the liquid. So right now we can still see that there is some chunks of ice in there, so we know for sure we're not fully dissolved. We'll just keep stirring. Now we're getting there, but I can still see some pieces of lye on the edge of the bowl, so that tells me that there's still undissolved lye, so we're going to keep stirring. Now another test if the lye is fully dissolved is if the temperature has stopped going up, so let's check it out. Okay, it went down, so let's just check it one more time. It's going down, so that tells me that we have fully dissolved the lye, and we're going to move on to the next step. Alright, now I've already measured out and melted the cocoa butter, the shea butter, and the coconut oil, and that's all melted in this bowl. We need 456 grams of olive oil. We're going to add that to our melted butters. Next, we need 72 grams of avocado oil. All right, we're going to add this to our oil blend. And lastly, we need 62 grams of castor oil. Alright, there it is. We're going to add that to our blend. Alright, so now we're going to blend these oils with our stick blender. And we are going to use the bigger bowl. We're going to burp this. See those air bubbles coming out from underneath there. Got this on low. Alright, so let's check the temperatures of our oils. 93, 77. It's a little further than I'd like, but it's not too bad. See if we can cool it a little bit. Now next we're going to add the oatmeal powder, and this is just oatmeal that I ground in my food processor. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add these oils into the lye, and we're going to pour it over the spatula to help not incorporate air. Now this is where the magic of soap making is going to take place. This is going to be where it starts to saponify and oil and lye and milk become soap. I'm looking for medium trace, which is the thickness. And right now I think we're probably at a really light trace. And there's a lot more bubbles in here than I would really wish there was. Okay, we're getting close to medium trace here. Now we're going to add the fragrance oils, and this is a blend of rosemary and peppermint. And we did a 50-50 blend, so we're going to go ahead and add this in. All right, I'm happy with that. We're going to go ahead and put it into the mold. Thank you. All right, now this is starting to set up a little bit, so we want to go ahead and try to give it a little bit of shape. And I've never done this before, so hopefully I'll get better at it. They make this look really easy on YouTube. All right, now these are going to go into a cooler because I don't have a designated freezer and refrigerator for my soap, and I don't want my food to have the taste of my rosemary and my peppermint. So these are going to go into a cooler, and we'll come back when I take it out. All right, the soap has been curing in its mold since the weekend. Today's Tuesday, so it's been about 3 days in its mold. It spent the first 24 hours, I kept it in the freezer. Actually, I did end up putting it in the freezer because I noticed it was starting to get dark in color, and I was afraid it was starting to go through gel phase. Now, gel phase is fine in regular soaps, but in goat's milk soap, it can scorch the milk. And there's a lot of ingredients in this soap, and I didn't want to waste it. I put it in a plastic bag, and I put the whole thing into the freezer. Now, I do see a little bit of ash on the top. I do spray my soaps with an alcohol mixture before they go into chill, but I still see a little bit of ash on top. That's I think it's soap ash they call it. It won't hurt anything. It doesn't hurt the person using the soap. It's just not as pretty. Let's get this out of the mold. The top actually came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Swirling the top to make it decorative is harder than it looks, but I'm pretty happy with it. You can see the flecks of oatmeal in the soap. Here's my top. Now, I do wish you could smell this. I love this pepperminty smell. Now, I don't smell the rosemary very much, but the peppermint is amazing. Now, I don't have a fancy soap cutting contraption. I don't see any gel phase in here, so I'm very happy about that. Gel phase would have a dark center on that soap, and I don't see any gel phase. That's very exciting news. So even on the other end, I don't see any gel phase. This is where I saw the dark part on the soap. So that's definitely a relief. Now the extra soap I put into the round molds. I didn't want to waste any. Now this was starting to get really thick trace, so I just got it into a mold, so it's got a little imperfection. And there they are. I am so happy with this recipe. Now I haven't started trying to do any fancy colors and swirls and techniques. I've just made a pretty basic soaps using the essential oils, and I'm super happy with them. Now this is going to cure for 6 weeks, and then we're going to get to use it for the very first time. If you follow me on social media, I'll be sure to update you. Well friends, thank you so much for watching this video. We appreciate you. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that button. We're almost to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.